Jeff from Bobcat of Buffalo. We're gonna take off a rubber track and install a new one on a T650. For this job, you're probably gonna need any ratchet will work. You don't have to have a long extended ratchet. A 7/16, a 3/8, and a 9/16. The 7/16 would take out the grease fitting if you had to, because the grease fitting is actually a pressure fitting too, and if it's not holding, you want to change it. 3/8 will break that bleeder valve free, and the 9/16 is most Bobcats is the covers on all the tracks. Excavators are metric. You'll need a good pry bar, maybe 2 pins or pipes that are heavy enough to break the idler free, and a battery powered grease gun is recommended because it's a lot less strenuous. You want to make sure with a machine this size that you have good jack stands and jacks. We had the 5-ton jack, and the 2 little jack stands are like 3,000 pounds a piece, and the bigger ones I think are 10,000. And the most important thing you need is a good buddy and a couple of Gatorades. Okay, first we would have jacked it up, put it on jack stands, and next what we're gonna do is remove the cover from the adjustment cylinder and remove the grease. And then there's you'll see a grease fitting in here and a pressure fitting. This is your grease fitting, the smaller, and the bigger one is actually like a brake bleeder. It'll bleed the grease out. Then all the grease will come out of this bleeder, and now we can use the machine's hydraulics and place 2 pins in to press the idler wheel in. And you can actually use these pins to help walk the track off. Then we're going to get it off the sprocket and the rear idler. Just use your pry bar, go up under the lips of the teeth and get the track to walk out. Get it to come under the rear idler. And now it's ready to come right out. And that's getting the old one off. The bigger track will get help. Get it close, and the first thing you want to get the back up onto the sprocket and then work backwards. Start centering it up on the front. Gotta get it started a little ways before you can use the pins to help. What we're trying to do is get those teeth to get beyond the frame so they don't hook while it's trying to use the machine's power. Okay, now we can put these pins back in and use the machine's power. And now we're ready to clean up this old grease. Get all that out of there and retighten our bleeder valve and pump it up with grease. Now older machines like this, you can use an auto greaser, electric grease, battery operated. Newer ones have a specific pressure, so you have to look at the little fitting like that. You can, this grease fitting here, you can use an auto or battery powered grease gun. And this is one of the battery powered grease guns you can use, but check your service manual or owner's manual. It'll explain if you can or can't use a auto greaser, because the newer style machines have a specific pressure for that greaser, and you can hurt it and it will cause your tracks to leak and they'll fall off. And you can see it's already starting to move the track around. It'll push that front idler out till we have about 9/16 between the bottom roller in the middle and the track. And again, all books will have the distance here. Each machine may have its own specific. Always check your manual. It'll show you rating the track tension for that specific size. And new tracks, you don't want to over tighten them because they will stretch in and you'll have to retighten them again. And then always clean the excess grease out of here. That way, if for some reason one of these is leaking, you can always tell. That way, if your track starts to loosen up on you and you don't know why, check this or the front seals in your adjusting cylinder. And then we'll cover this door back up. Make sure all these doors go back on or it'll wreak havoc in them cylinders. You get more dirt in there, the less easy it is for that stuff to move. This cover usually has 2 bolts, one snapped off on this customer. That's that. Now we can drop it down and be done. I'm Jeff from Bobcat of Buffalo, and that's how you dismount and mount a new track on a T650. Thanks for joining us. Hope you learned something.